Good morning, Roy. Good morning, all you lovely people out there.
Good morning, good sir. Good morning.
Quarter close today.
Quarter close, and I think all of FinTwit has turned pro-communist China. They are excited about communist China.
I have not even looked at it, so you know more than
yeah, so
me.
China's ripping face. That's all you need to know.
Yeah, I
China's
have.
got its groove
I've
going.
learned the best thing for my trading is to stay off Twitter/X, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
Keep all
you can get
the
influenced by
extra
all that
noise
stuff.
out. Well,
So
pleasant surprise.
Nvidia,
We woke up to a lot of new subscribers today, so welcome to all our new subscribers. Thank you.
yeah, thank you,
We are
thank you.
just two normal guys that show you how we trade. Uh, it's not bad. It's not good. It's sometimes it's in between. What's those saying? Sometimes it may be good. Sometimes it may be shit. So
if
now we're
anything, it's honest.
that is the one thing you're going to get. You're going to get honest. You're going to see what we're trading. I mean, we do trade sometimes after, so there is that. But remember, like, subscribe, share. Let's bust through this hundred subscribers, and we'll do a little giveaway. We got to come up with something creative how we're going to do it, but we'll figure something out.
Yeah,
We are,
definitely.
yeah, 21 away.
It's awesome. I mean, we started this a month ago. We're about coming up on our 1 month anniversary, Monty.
Yep. For sure. We started on the first trading day of September, and we're here. We are on the last trading day of September. So I'm wanting to say, I'm thinking that we've gotten a little better over time. We still have some technical difficulties, but we are definitely working on fixing those behind the scenes. But yeah, I'm pretty proud of what we've done so far. So I think this is a good outlet for you guys to especially watch because, like I said, we keep it real. This is two normal guys. We're not paid. We're not anything. We're just here trading Top Step X. You can see I'm on actually a combine today, 100K combine. We are $726 away from passing it. So that's our goal today is to pass that one. We passed another one on Friday, 150. So right now we are sitting at three 150K XFAs, and then hopefully we have this 100K pass today. Then we will start another 100K combine. My goal is to copy trade three 150s and two 100s. So
Awesome. So I'm in the more of the smaller boat. I do the 50Ks. But I do have a 100K combine that I'm trying to build up. So you won't see my trades on the screen, but you'll see my ideas, and uh, my voice will confirm or deny if I'm going into what you see on the screen. But good thing is me and Monty pretty much share the common thought process here, and we don't necessarily trade based on much noise outside. Like you said, we don't really follow Twitter moves or alerts or any of that stuff. We just kind of look at the chart, see what we're thinking, identify any fundamental events that may impact it. Look at market tide, which is a great tool on unusual whales. So yeah, we're ready to rock and roll on this Monday. Patience is the key, right? In this trading game, you can overtrade so much, especially with futures that give you unlimited trades a day, right? There's no pattern day trading rules or any of that stuff. And obviously, you can trade all night. You can trade right now. You can trade. Um, so it's all about just being disciplined and waiting for your setup. And that's what we're trying to preach as much as possible. And we still fall guilty of it ourselves. We get excited. We want to get in. We want to chase. So like Monty said, you'll see all that live and in full color.
yeah, and if you'll notice, you'll see on my screen, you see some supply and demand levels here, and that's pretty much we've traded when we first started. We were trading using fibs more, but here recently, these supply and demand zones have been working. I mean, almost. I mean, shoot, we've been getting to them pretty much to the T and going
Yeah.
back. So I'm not changing anything. I'm gonna keep using these until we do something else. I know a lot of people. We've talked about this. A lot of people will tell you, "Hey, learn one strategy and stick to that one strategy." I'm all for learning one strategy, but I think you need to know multiple strategies because the market is different on every single day. So what
Yep.
works today might not work tomorrow or next week or as that goes. So that's why we
Very
trade
true.
different ways. We'll trade. You'll see us trade off the EMAs, off VWAP, off the supply and demand zones. Just I'm kind of update these a little bit. We'll see. Let's see.
We'll be publishing some more educational content on the channel as well to kind of go over some of these different strategies as well. So if you miss it on the live stream, don't worry. We'll be working hard this month. We're going to make a goal of trying to make a few of those videos. There are some already on the channel, the Fibonacci one, Orb, but we're gonna do some more formal like levels and zones and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, I plan on. My goal is to work on one with drawing out supply and demand zones and kind of how I trade them. Hopefully, I can get that knocked out possibly this week, and then get it ready to go. Look, one thing you're going to notice about us, we're not going to have the fancy editing that everybody has. Like I said, we're a couple of normal guys out here that's pretty much figuring out as we go, and I like our content. I go back and watch it. This is my trading journal now, so you can go back and see what we
Dang,
did and how
see where
first
you messed
things.
up, see where you did great.
Yeah, the annoying thing is, I think what was it, Roy? Like the last 4 days in a row, we've called the move in the morning and just hadn't stuck with the full move. I mean, we made money
Yeah,
on it, but
yeah, it was
annoying.
it is annoying, but it also just kind of confirms that you may miss it yesterday, but just find your setup and learn from yesterday to do better today. And that doesn't mean scale up. That doesn't mean go full throttle. That means keep the same size, let the plays happen, and push yourself to to get the full move in the most responsible way possible.
Yeah, we got about 19 minutes to open here. Get more pop off this bottom. So interesting to see if we can get out of the zone, if we can kind of work our way back up. We'll look over here on a small time frame. We're definitely overall we're in a downtrend, and then this downtrend. So let's look at this. We're going to do it from here. And then you can see we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is a very strong downtrend here.
Mhm.
So to go long, what you look for is you want to see this break is what we're looking for. Now, if you get this break here, we've got this little zone here. I'm not sure how strong the zone will actually be. Like I said, this is one that's created overnight. We've looked at it the other day. The ones that were created overnight were really strong, but that was also at the high. So
Right.
be interested to see how this one does right here in the middle. But like I said, we got plenty of time, no rush. We're going to be patient, and we're going to take what the market gives us. Everybody, please remember like and share, like and share. Subscribe if you have not subscribed. I was looking back yesterday. We still have a good percentage of our viewers that are not subscribers. So if you are watching this, you do enjoy us, please subscribe. It helps us out, gets us out there, helps us grow the channel more. So that's our ultimate goal, is to grow the channel and get some education out there. I think a lot of the prop firm YouTube traders you see are really loud and really boisterous, and they're the ones that are trying to get sell a subscription or sell a premium service or stuff like that. We are getting the air now, and we're freezing up a second, so we're lagging a little. Don't know where it's coming from, so we will fix that tonight, hopefully. I've got some ideas of things we could do. Let's see. Can't do it now. Of course, we're in a live trade, but we will figure it out. But anyway, back to the thing. We want to show you how we pass combines. I think I passed 3, I think, since we've been live doing this, Roy. You've passed 3, I think, or so.
Yep.
So, and you see, the great thing is you see 2 different styles of me and Roy. So Roy takes profit quick. Roy in his XFAs, I trade micros. I trade strictly minis. The only thing I do is I scale up a little bit on the combines. I try to leave some runners where Roy gets a couple points and is happy. I'm trying to get 10, 15 points. So works out. Sometimes it doesn't always work out, but if you have your stops in the correct locations, right, then that helps make sure that you if your thesis is proved wrong, you get stopped out. It's minimum. And that's why you've seen a lot of times on the XFAs, I'll actually go start the day red on the XFAs, but because I have my stops where my stops are, at the end of the day, I'm able to work them back and get them green. So
yeah, and it's the taking points pretty quickly. I mean, I'll be the first to admit that it's out of fear, right? It's not being fully confident in what you're seeing through the market and being nervous that you always hear that don't let a green trade go red, right? And that's true, but if you entered the trade for a reason and you have a target and an educated guess of where that target would be based on whatever indicators you're looking at, then I am trying to get better of letting that play out. So again, we're not going to come out on here and say we're experts on everything we're doing. We're learning every day is a new learning journey. The market, that's the beautiful thing about the market, is if you say you've mastered the market, you may have done great things, but the market will find a way to sort itself out to throw you even more curveballs. So it's always good to be alert, always be learning, but it's a balance, right? You have to be confident, but you have to be humble. And I think personally, I'm not saying that just because he's on the stream, but I mean, I think Monty's one of the best technical traders out there because he's taken the time to conquer that psychological side of things and be able to be confident even when the trade is going against him, keep his emotions in check, reset, find another trade, get back in. I mean, he had shared some of his stats with me over the weekend of his combine, and the number of trades he took to pass that combine was amazing. I mean, it's really a picture perfect example of how you want to trade. And as you saw on the live streams, if you joined us last week, some of those trades went against him. They were red. And they closed and stop hit, and then he reset, got it in, and I think was one combine you passed it in what, less than 20 trades? Is that right?
yeah.
And it was what, 150?
Yeah, 150.
150K combine in less than 20 trades, he passed it. I mean, that's efficient. Did you get every trade right? Of course not. But he had an objective, he had his risk management put in style, and he stuck with his strategy. I think it's one thing that I'm trying to learn from Monty, and I think we can all learn from Monty, and not put over pressure on Monty, right, by any stretch, because the stream can add that extra pressure. But it is really, really nice to have both of us talking things out. And I mean, the fun part is when the market starts moving and you can see us kind of hitting it where we can see, book map showing this, tide showing this, chart showing this. Okay, we're gonna get this move that we think is gonna go, and it becomes really, really fun. It's one of the best experiences I've had so far on the stream. So, yeah, we're excited. My little rant there.
The stream's been fun. The stream has just this 1 month, it's made me a better trader just because I'm more patient now. I find
Yeah.
myself so just everybody, if you are new here, we trade live Monday through Thursday. We take a break on Fridays. Now we still trade some on Fridays, but we just don't do it on the stream because if you have never done a stream and you don't know the pressure of the day in day out, it kind of wears on you. So we need a day off where we can just kind of be ourselves. But what I've noticed on Fridays is I'm trading exactly like I do on the stream.
Yeah.
Where before sometimes I would rush trades or I would do this or I would do that. And I mean, this Friday I'm sitting there and I'm actually the crazy thing is I'm talking to myself and I'm telling myself what I would be telling y'all I'm looking for, but I'm saying it out loud and it helps me walk kind of do my thing. So
Dixie's your audience on Friday.
that and Roy will vouch for this. We have a little Discord chat with me, him, and another guy, and I will pop off about 80 messages in a row, and it's exactly what I'm looking at. Finally, somebody respond back and save me.
That was the birth of this stream, really.
Yep.
But trading can be a lonely game. So this is one thing that we've found, that when you are accountable to somebody else, and obviously we're accountable to all our viewers, but when you can talk things out, obviously join our Discord and like and subscribe, talk on the chat and the channel. When you can talk things out and you can feel comfortable admitting your mistakes and your setups without in an environment that's not going to be toxic, we can all grow as better traders. You'll never see me and Monty call anybody out for asking a question or any sort of feedback that they're trying to get, unless it's led. Outside of that, we're pretty open to
That's all in
not pick
good.
on any users. Yeah, but it's all in good fun. But we definitely know, because we're learning as well, and also we've had the benefit of trading maybe a little bit longer than some other people, so we do know a little bit of stuff of the basics and what to look out for, what to avoid. Um, so we're happy to share all that stuff. So if you have any questions or comments in the chat, just post away. We'll get to them as soon as we can. And as you can see now, we're approaching 10 minutes into the market open. Unfortunately, I have to step away for just a few minutes at the market open, but I will be back. I'm gonna put Tide up on my screen um, to make sure that you guys can see the update of Tide.
Hey Roy, while
Wow.
you before you hop off, I'm gonna actually uh, mute myself and turn mine off real quick. If you want to talk, I'm gonna try to do some things to help the stream out real quick. So it's gonna take me 3-4 minutes, and then I'll pop right back up. But I just don't. Y'all don't need to see me sitting here, my brain smoking, trying to figure out how to save the stream. So just give me just a couple
No
minutes.
problem.
We'll talk. We got PMI today, so kind of talk about that. I got Powell this afternoon, all that good stuff.
All right, let's do my little. Let's do a little auctioneer stuff. Sorry, I have this calendar site. I use a couple calendar sites. I use cashbackforex.com. They have a really good global calendar. I can link that in the chat. Then I use, obviously, Market Watch has a good summary of the U.S. markets, but the cashback forex calendar has this very loud alert when I go open the tab, and it busts out my eardrums every time. All right, let's go through today's events. So we've got 8:45 Central. You got Chicago PMI. Dallas Fed Manufacturing's at 9:30. Powell speaks at noon Central Time, and then he has another one at 1. With something I want to say about when Powell speaks, very rarely does he give any sort of monetary policy updates on these types of things. These are normally conferences that he speaks at. A lot of times they'll be pre-prepared remarks. And he sends them out. So you don't really get too much wackiness with Powell. Now, of course, he can say anything at any point, so you have to be alert when he's talking. But also have to understand that the Fed is in a helpful mode right now, and not so much a hawkish mode. So they are looking to help the economy rather than hurt the economy. Also this morning, actually, it is happening now. Lagarde had a speech. That's the J-Pal of Europe, Madame Lagarde. She's been talking. So, looking at later today for you guys, overnight traders, Japan has some data tonight that can impact the dollar, which then impacts the markets. Obviously, gold. So if you trade gold or any of that, that's going to be impacted. That happens about 6:30 tonight Central Time, 7:30 Eastern. They have their unemployment rate coming out. And then 20 minutes after that, they have the Bank of Japan's summary of opinions. So you'll get some insight of what the Bank of Japan is trying to do. Let's do a little snapshot of the week. We've got, as you guys can see, I'm on Market Watch as my face is glowing with the white background. Tomorrow you've got PMI, ISM, job openings. This week is jobs week. So the event of the week is Friday. It's your non-farm payrolls. That'll happen an hour before the open. That is the most important economic report right now that traders are looking at. Number one thing they're looking at is the unemployment rate to make sure that's under control. The Fed has two mandates on their that they have to track, and jobs and inflation. So they have to make sure that the jobs stay under control, the unemployment rate doesn't go out of bonkers, and they have to make sure inflation doesn't go out of bonkers. So Friday is your day of non-farm payroll. Now, since it is jobs week, we say week because tomorrow you'll have the JOLTS jobs report that opens up at 9 a.m. Central Time. So that'll be during market hours. And then Wednesday, you have before the market opens early at 7:15 a.m. Central Time, you have the ADP employment report. That's a private payrolls report. So again, landmines throughout the week. Obviously, it's the end of the quarter today, so you want to be cautious of that. I think you got a lot of that on Friday, but never underestimate the last day of the month. But yeah, so those are your events for the week. Taking a look at.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm speaking over. Go ahead.
No. I was actually gonna transition into just the market quotes, so you can comment on.
I was going to say that I think most of the quarter close stuff is pretty much done. You still could see some wackiness today, but you never know. Volume last week was down. We did finish rollover, so that was last week. And volume has been down on December contracts since the rollover. So interesting to see if we have people. How much money do we have on the sidelines? Are they sitting out waiting to see what the cuts are going to be for the rest of the year, if they're going to pause or what they're going to do? Which personally, I don't see them pausing. I see them doing at least 25 basis points the rest of the way out. So, and before Roy has to go,
I agree with that. Yeah,
come back, but I do want to throw something in there real quick, kind of a change of subject. Roy is now over still on his college picks. He's horrible on his college picks. If you don't know, Roy does Thursday his picks of the week, and he has not hit a college pick yet, but he is on a little streak on the NFL. So I give you credit. What are you, 3-1 on the NFL picks? So great job.
3-1 on NFL, and they have not even been close. I mean, the NFL's crushed it, and then the college have not even been close. They've been horrible. So, I mean, it is amazing.
All you guys that don't know, Roy's a Florida State fan, so his college picks are turning about the same record as Florida State has. So
it actually is pretty amazing because, I mean, college, I'm a Florida State guy. Pro, I'm a Tampa Bay Buck guy. So you're seeing Tampa. I mean, surprise team so far the season outside of Minnesota, in my opinion, and obviously Washington. But
hey, don't forget to share your tide before you pop off too. You haven't done that yet.
Yeah. Let me. So I'm gonna actually
2 minutes to open.
I'm gonna get into mute mode and I'm gonna start sharing this stuff. So I'm gonna cut my camera off and do all that fun stuff. So I'll be back on, guys, shortly after the open. So
good luck, sir.
Thank you. So I'm gonna.
No real news out this morning. Like Roy said, you got Lagarde talking. Let me copy this and get this over there so we're ready when we do swap over. We can see Roy's tide screen, which will help us out some. That's a great thing. Tide is really good. It's been really beneficial here for us. Of course, I have bookmap going here. I have bookmap going, so kind of being able to look at bookmap and tide and go together. Shut up, Harry. We're not responding to that. I'm an Ole Miss fan. We took the L last week. I'll take it. We were cocky and got out coached, so it is what it is. We live and die day to day. It's all good. Harry, your boy's Dirty Harry in the chat. He's a Mississippi State guy, so actually didn't look too bad against Texas. I was kind of impressed. So that was you can see Levy's doing what he needs to be doing because the team hadn't quit on him and they played pretty hard. And that freshman quarterback looked pretty good from what I saw. So, all right, here we go. We got about 20 seconds till open, and we're just sitting here right now. I'm watching. There's really CVD is negative 700. It's kind of coming down some. You got a bunch of orders, and you can sit here too. You can look on my level 2 data here. You can see you got big orders here, and if you look to the downside, you got big orders right at low a day. So here we come. We're fixing to get MOO. So interested to see what it's going to be when it pops up here on Financial Juice. NQ. I don't know why my charts all changed, but they did over here. It's all good. Oh, let's see. Waiting to see what the MOO was at open. Market orders on open. That's what I'm interested to see which side everybody was overnight. I'm going to say it's to the positive side because we're getting a little move up here. You can see we're still just chilling. We're at this level. This little zone here, and this zone was created last night. Kind of comes over here back into Friday. So if you want to move it to the right, sorry, to the left, you can see a little more with it. MOO came up. Oh, actually, S&P 500 was down, was negative 80 million. NASDAQ was negative 35 million. Dow was negative 5 million. The Magnificent Seven was down 20 million. So, and you can see this move here. It's come over it on the 27th and the 29th. We picked this up last night. So this has been a pretty, picked it up here too. So there's been a lot of support here at this level. So I'm not surprised to see it pop up out of here a little bit, but also CVD has come down to negative 1200, which CDD is cumulative volume delta. It's real time, so it's on whatever I'm looking at here on Bookmap. It's real time, and it's popping on this move up, which you would expect, but it's still negative. So we'll want to see that. If it'll go to the positive side, then we can pop above VWAP here. We should come up here and retest this trend, and then we'll see to make a play off whatever move we get off this trend. Do we hit it? Do we finally break through it? Or do we reject it and come back down? So struggling a little bit with VWAP. VWAP is kind of holding it back a little bit. So we'll see what happens from there. Yeah, I don't blame you, Harry. He said he wasn't mad at it. I wasn't mad. I don't blame you at all. I wouldn't be mad at it either. I was mad at our game because I felt it was one we could win, and we just gave it away. I mean, we hadn't played like that pretty much in 2 years. We were the better team and got out coached. Mark Stoops did some things that Mark Stoops normally doesn't do, and we were not ready for it. So you got to be ready for everything. But let's get back to the market. So we're sitting here. We're still early. It's 3 minutes after open. It has changed off VWAP. You have calls coming down. If I'm reading this right, let's calls coming down on the tide. So still super early. So we still got not really getting good data. CVD is hanging around the negative 700 range now. So it's not turning positive even on this pop. It did break above VWAP here. So let's see if we can get the VWAP hold. If we get the VWAP hold, we should come back into this trend. Then it'll be interesting to see what we do. That's where we'll look for a trade off this trend. If you are a EMA or a VWAP trader, you could trade off the VWAP, a break or a rejection here. We're not going to today. Sometimes we are, but not today, even though it is rejection off VWAP. CVD is climbing back to negative 900. So you got the buyers are trying to push it back down. And so far, they were able to stop it right here at VWAP. So let's see where we get this close. That's candle close. We got, about 35 seconds left in this candle. And then we will know what's going on. So looks like they're trying their best to close it above VWAP now, or they can hold that close above VWAP if they do get it. We'll know pretty quick. You can see we've tested it a few times. We kind of broke above it. Here came back, broke above it, came back down, broke above it, hit this trend zone, came back down, tested it, hadn't been able to break it on all this chop here. So now we're getting a break, and it looks like we're wanting to push it. CVD is still holding negative 600, so we need that to turn positive actually to see a good move up, but it could happen pretty quick. It's kind of just fluctuating back and forth right now. 57.90 looks like a decent spot. 57.9250, 57.95, 5800. To the downside, you got the majority of your orders right here below us, which means you could see a nice move up. But we still have to be patient. You don't really see to the upside. You see a little stacking here, but as far as you get up here, you'd rather not see any stacking. And then here, you're seeing all your stacking from here down. But if they move these orders up, we could get a nice pop. CVD is still holding negative 700, so I'm still not liking this move up, which could play into coming and testing this this trend here and rejecting. So give us a test, and then we'll make a trade, and we'll go from it. Go for it there. We got 8 people watching, so like. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Share with your friends. Like I said earlier, we're just a couple normal guys trying to help out other normal people. So that's our goal. Our goal is to get as many people funded and to a live account as possible. Still staying a strong move. CVD's come back to negative 100. Tide is still showing. It's showing calls and puts both coming down here on this market tide. So we'll transition over and look at it real fast. You can see everything's coming down. You're getting a slight little turn on both, but nothing crazy. So let's go back to here. We're getting close to a spot where we could enter a trade. We're definitely looking, right now I would be leaning towards short just because this trend has held multiple times. But if it does break, we will swap that pretty quick. So we want to see a move off of it. We're not just putting an order up there and playing an order wherever it comes at, right? We're going to wait and see. We're just going to keep it on auto center. Here's the move up. CBD went to positive 300. So I want to see if it gets up here and tests this trend line. That could be the deal. But pretty good move off open, to be honest with you. I'm actually not. I wouldn't. I don't know. Really know what I was expecting. I really wasn't expecting much of anything today, to be honest with you. So it's not a horrible move. Let's see. Open here, so pretty much opened at 78. So about a 12, 13 point move so far. Puts are kind of ticking up a little bit. Calls are still coming down on Tide. Looks like we're having some issues with Top Step X, saying that they are having some issues with charts loading, so that's not a good sign. We seem to still be doing fine here. Might not hit that trend. It might, if it gets back below VWAP, we'll look for a quick scalp to the short side. Like I said, we're trying to get $726 to pass this combine. So right now you're seeing a little bit of exhaustion up here. Right at this level, you can see where we kind of consolidated here, here. So not surprised we're getting a little struggle there. It's also why we're not rushing straight into a trade either, though. We want to see what plays out next. We got 30 seconds left in this candle, so there's no need to rush. We will trade the XFAs at some point today. I'm just kind of waiting to see, what we do from there. Let's see, we got these all messed up. All right, so that candle closed. We opened up. We're going to pop back up here again. So good thing we didn't automatically enter a short yet. We'd be taking some heat on it. If you start seeing these upper candles here, though, you're seeing exhaustion, more exhaustion. Yeah, Deckard, we did get a nice pop in subscribers over the weekend. Very nice. I'm appreciative of everybody. So we are only 21 away from our 100 goal now. So let's get to 100, and we will figure out a way to do a nice giveaway. We're going to do a 24-inch curved scepter monitor is what I'm going to do as a giveaway. So it's a very nice giveaway. So let's get to that 100 subscribers, and we will do it live on a stream one day. We'll give it away. Only thing I will need when I do it is your address. So once I order it, I can just send it straight to your house. Pretty much all my monitors are scepter monitors, so I love them. I've got 6 of them right here I'm looking at now that are the best thing, and they're not crazy expensive, but they're very good quality. So very good quality. CBD is going back to negative, but we are holding VWAP here, so definitely want to see what happens here at VWAP. It's holding. We're not getting a move either way that I really want. If we get a break here, I want to see a break and close. CBD is going to 0 and back negative. Tide calls are dropping off a cliff. Puts are rising. We are going to play this VWAP break if it'll fill there. We're going to keep our stops tight. And like I said, this is all we need. 750 right here would pass this combine. So we're going to take a little heat on it. We might have rushed it a little bit here with VWAP still holding. I like CBD going negative. It's to the negative 200 now, even on this move up. So and like I said, we only need what 5 points off this to pass this combine. Definitely want to pass the combine live. A lot of the combines being passed have been after we're done. I just want to see a pass here. So CBD still holding the negative 200. It's not running away. We had a slight uptick in calls and a downtick in puts on Tide. So we will share the tide real quick with everybody. You can see I can't use my pointer to point it out, but we did have a slight uptick. Now the calls are, the puts are popping back up. So calls are going back down. So that little slight uptick did not last long. We are now 150 bucks up, 180. Let's see if we can get this 750 and pass this combine. The only concern I have is right there on the daggum EMA cluster. It's right there at the 13. So to get it, we need a good little break here. So we shall see. CBD is going to negative 800, so that's actually a good sign for my short. Puts are going up. Calls are ticking up a slight bit here now. So we'll see if we get a little chop here. Volume's coming down. So we shall see. We only need about two more points here to get us. Come on, baby. Let's get it. Let's knock it out. Let's pass this bad boy. We are about $500 away from passing. Just need this slight little move here, and we get it. Negative 1,100 on CVD. Kind of plateauing out here, so we'll see. Calls, like we showed, are popping up. Puts are having a little downtick here on the tide for a second. And I think this is, I don't know if this is the holding or the overall market. I think this is the market tide. So look back at it. You can see where it's at. You can see there we've got the slightest little downtick in puts, but you see calls are ripping pretty good. So they could move us up. CBD's holding 11,000, which is a great sign there, but just couldn't get the move down yet that I wanted. It's right back at VWAP. So in order for this trade to play out now, we need a VWAP rejection here. And that's where we're at. It's kind of where we're waiting, seeing. Had PMI come out at 845. I did forget about that coming out. So came out at 46.6. Forecast was 46. Previous 46.01. So PMI came out higher. Fitch ratings, Chinese MMF inflows drove growth in global money fund sector in first half of 2024. Analysis of a cut oil price forecast. So if you do trade oil futures, despite the geopolitical risk premium, oil prices are set to remain under pressure, weighed down by slower than expected CBDs climbed back to 13. You got calls dropping, puts are still dropping on the tide, but you got calls dropping pretty hard, and puts kind of plateauing off. It looks like they want to go back up here. So let's see. Still green. We've only went slightly red on this trade so far, so we've taken a little heat on it, not a ton. CBD is negative 1,500. Need it to pop to get this move down. Holding right at VWAP here. So, I mean, like right on top of it. So we'll see how the trade plays out. Calls are ticking back up a slight bit. Puts are ticking down slightly, so we're still there. Lagarde just said the next inflation reading likely to be below baseline. That would be something big for Europe. Some of the data, like some of the news you get on here, is kind of, you wonder why you get it. So we just got news from Financial Juice that says elderly man falls to death while doing household chores in Hong Kong. It is second such death in 2 weeks. Like, okay, but is that really stock market news? I don't get it, but neither here nor there. Let's see. Roy said he's probably going to be another 15 minutes, so you get to listen to my lovely voice for a little while longer here. Like, subscribe. Wow, we just lost 2 people when I said that. Y'all are horrible. Chart data has been restored. We continue to monitor performance. Okay. We never had a hiccup with it here, so Taking a little bit of heat on this trade. PMI has kind of popped it a little, so that could be the reason. But we're gonna let it play out and see. Let's swap back over here. We'll swap back over to Tide. You can see the puts are still coming down. Some calls are starting to tick back up a tad bit, or kind of level out anyway. So CBD is holding negative, roughly negative 1,500 for the better part. So there's that. So we will see. This is where we're still at. Let me put back to my chart. See everything happening there. Everything seems to be good on the streaming part. So whatever I did seemed to have worked on there. Still taking a slight heat on this trade. This could be a little bull flag here. It could be a reversal flag. Got a few things going. So negative 1,600 CBD, so it's actually climbing a little bit to the negative side. Yep, just hanging out, seeing what happens. So nothing major yet. This might stop us out. Negative 1,500 still. I don't really want to adjust. Oh, I hate doing this to this side, but I think that's more of a play. I really don't like that, but we'll see. If we break through this this trend, we'll cut it before it gets up there at the stop. But we'll see how it plays out. Calls are kind of ticking down, but puts are still a slight tick up. So we'll see what happens here. You got your volume kind of popping up again, your option volume. So that's could be good, could be bad. We're looking at negative 1,600 on CBD. So CBD is kind of growing with this move, which kind of tells me that it's not going to be a sustained move up. But we'll see. We'll see. Down 260 on the trade right now. You can see it there. This is where we're keeping it. We're not moving any stops. So we're actually doing our risk reward a little different today because we don't have to go as far on the risk part. So if all else was fair, we would actually do our reward would be down here on the low a day there, overnight low, Globex low, however you want to look at it. Negative 1,800 on CBD now, so it's got to break the 8 EMA here. If it breaks the 8, then we should get the 13 break. And if we get the 13, we should get the 21, and it should come back in this zone, and that should play us. Then we could actually look for a long here, though, to be honest with you. So we'll see. We'll see. We're back green on the trade so far, but it's not by much, so it's not enough to take. Our thesis has not been invalidated yet, so we're not worried about that. Like I said, it won't be invalidated until it pops above this. So we were trying to catch it with these wicks, but we got in just a tad bit late on them, so kind of hovering around there. We got no new news coming out on financial juice here, so whatever we do here, we're just doing. CBD is negative 1,900, negative 1,800, kind of floating between those two right now. It's going to take probably a negative 2,000 CBD for us to get this breakdown that I want to get, but we'll see. We'll see. Taking a little heat on it again now, so there's that. I still don't feel horrible with this trade. All honesty, if I wasn't so close, I would probably add. I'd wait till we get the trend, but I would add to it. And I still might add to it on the trend if we get a trend test. Negative 1,800 on CBD still, so Nice little pop on it. Little pop on puts on Tide. Looks like calls are a slight trend down. So this is where we're at, folks. This is where we're at. Kind of boring trading so far, but let's make sure we hit Roy up and tell him how bad his college picks are. I like to mess with Roy and give him a hard time. It's all in fun, I promise you. And he takes it well, and he gives it back well. So there's no hate between us on that. CBD is negative 1900 again. Like I said, we need this negative 2000 break, and that's showing that we're getting a strong move down, and then to grow from there. But we're still not getting it. Still negative 1900. Give us the move, folks. Now back to negative 1800. So you do have dip buyers stepping in. You got calls trending back up some. So you also got puts trending up. So interesting. Puts are definitely higher than calls. So that's what you want to see if you are in a short, but you want to see those puts kind of take over more. And one thing we don't know on this market time, we don't know the time frame where these options are being bought and sold at. So negative 1800 still on CBD. Looking for a move. It's holding VWAP. It's kind of need definitely to break below it, and we might get it here. There's negative 2000 on CBD, but it's not running away. So definitely got to get that 8 EMA break there to get a move down. Struggling there. We've tested a couple times, haven't been able to break it. CBD is building. You got negative 2200. You got puts still on uptick, call still on uptick too on Tide. So there's that. Right now we're still just in a waiting game. So we need this 8 EMA break for it to give us our move we're looking for here. Or we maybe test VWAP and do a rejection here. This is Top Step X. So we are trading Top Step X through Top Step prop firm, Neil. So love Top Step X. This is my go-to. This is pretty much the only one I trade. So love it. This is where I have all my stuff through Top Step. All my personal stuff I trade through Tradeovate, but I'm not trading any of it right this second because I'm focusing on Top Step. CBD's gone to negative 2600. Still can't get this full breakdown that we're looking for. Kind of broke past there, and then yeah, no problem. Broke past there, kind of holding at the 13 EMA now. So bounced back above the 8, and we're going to test VWAP once again. VWAP's kind of flattening out, and then calls with a nice drop in puts right here. So I'm not sure what's going on there with Tide. CBD is showing negative 2700. And it's showing a lot of orders popping below and above. So we just had a bunch pop below at 5780. You can see them here. If you look on the right side, you see my level 2 data on my chart. And these are the stacked orders. You want to see these stacked orders start to move down. If they move down below this, then we should get that move to my take profit here and pass this combine. That's kind of what we're looking for. So we're looking for those orders to start coming down. Negative 2700 on CBD. Can't get the full breakdown yet though. So you are seeing some orders below it. So these orders below it are moving down some. So that's a good sign. But we need these orders to move below that. And if we get that, then we should get the move down to take this out. So negative 27, 28. Negative 29 CBD. It's building. It's popping. We're super close to getting this move. We're $400 away from passing this combine. We just need this 13 break here. You see my number there, that 750 number. We hit that 750 number, and then we pass this combine, and we have a great day, great day. But it's still holding up. That stupid 13 is holding it. So CBD is negative 2,900. Looks like we're going to hit negative 3,000 here. Slight uptick in puts again, downtick in calls. So we might be fixing to get this break here. 33, negative 33 CBD. Oh, they want to push it down. Let's get the push down and make it 57.80 is a pretty big spot here on. You can see them here. So that's why we're above it. Of course we're above it because we only need 720 something bucks to pass it. So the 750 to pass it, but just had a big pop here in CBD. It just went from negative 33 to negative 26. And you're seeing calls still coming down on Tide. You're seeing puts still rising on Tide. So not quite sure where this is coming from. But we'll show you can see Tide is pretty decent drop on the calls. Puts aren't popping like they should, so that's kind of that. No news coming out really causing that pop back up, so I don't understand where it came from. Calls are ticking up a slight bit now, and then puts are ticking down. So let's go back to the charts. And here we go. Let's see what we get. We still need this 13 break. Back to negative 3,000 on CBD. This 13 is proven to be my nemesis this morning on the combine so far. Oh, here we go, close. We are so close, so close. Come on, let's drop past the 8 here. I'm 21 here and get it. Let's get it. Every time I said let's get it, it popped. Negative 3,400. There it is. That is how you pass a combine. So let's look at the stats on this combine here. You can see our average win was $811, with our average loss was being $695. Our win rate was right at 77%. We've got 6,000. Hit the goal. Our win rate per day was 100%. So let's look at it here. Let's go down and check the days. So we've had a total of, we've passed this in 5 days and took 13 total trades to pass it. So I would take the huge pop in puts and a huge drop in calls here on CBD too. So these stats here, if you don't have these stats, if you don't look at these stats, if you are trading Top Step X and you look at this, you can journal from here, you can do a lot of things from here, but this is just great data to kind of dig into your trading and see what you're doing overall. So see our best trade, we made $2,361 was our best trade. You can see right here we shorted it. It was a 5 lot. We made $236 on. Our worst trade was $720 on a 3 lot where we longed. You can see though we had about a 5 point stop loss in place. 13 total trades. We traded 49 lots total. Average trade duration. This is kind of interesting to me because I used to be more of a scalper, like in and out really quick. But you can see the average trade duration here is 31 minutes and 44 seconds. So definitely hold these for a while when we're doing this. Friday was our biggest day. Wednesday was our least biggest day. And of course, we had 700 something a day. So awesome. So we are fixing to lock this bad boy up. One great thing about Top Step X is you have the lockout button. You can lock it. I cannot do anything with this count the rest of the day. This is passed. So there is that. So now we're going to swap back to XFAs. Come back to live. We're going to swap this back to 1. And look, this is what I was telling you about. I wasn't paying attention. I was going through that, but we have the bounce up right here off this level I was talking about. So I'm not interested in taking along quite yet on that. just because of what we just did on that move down. CBD is still negative 3,500. Puts are still trending up. Calls are trending up a slight bit on market tide. Cash apps at the end of the green, 600 up. Great job. Great job, sir. Great job. That's what I want to hear. Let's if you have a good day, you have a bad day, share it with us and we'll, if we can help you if you have a bad day, if we can help you when you have a good day. But we want to celebrate your success with us. So I'm leaning towards taking it long here. I mean, taking a short here off this VWAP test, but thank you. Wait for the zone. Thank you, sir. I would really catch it up here, though. Even though it's only a couple points, I don't want to rush into it. Add a thing. So we will see here what we get. We're not running down. CBD is still holding negative 3,900, so I do like it to the long side. I mean to the short side here, but we shall see. And we need to go on. We will buy another 100K, so we'll try to get it passed in the next few days. You notice one thing you see in the when you were looking at the stats on that chart, I did not. I mean, yeah, we had one good day, but we wrote it down. It wasn't like we gambled and did something. It played out, and we had 5 and ran it down like we should have. So, CBD's dropping again. Puts are popping. Calls are dropping. We're going to take a short at this 8 break if it'll fill. We're not going to rush it. I do like it to come back. Once we're this low, I would like it to come back and test low a day. So this would be my, if we was to get it filled, it's like we're not going to get it filled yet, though. So we'll just sit here and wait. Would look for about a, I don't know, 10 point, 10 point move on it. So we are in the trade. We're going to pull this down to here. So we're going to risk 337.50. And then we're going to move this up to this low. So goal here is to get 500. So if it breaks above this, technically a break, we probably could move it to here, but we could get a move up in a little stop loss raid. They do not have a, so wait for the zone asked, did they make a app for Top Step X? So it's not an app, it's a web version that you can save. So it's not a technical app, but it is a web version that you can save that saves all your info and all your data saved on it. So, and to be honest with you, I like it better being a web-based than an app. Huh. Well, maybe they did put one on there for the phone. I hadn't seen it. They hadn't asked me. I don't ever trade Top Step X on my phone. I have it on there, but I never even open it up, to be honest with you. I am dead set against phone trading. I know some people do it and that's how they're comfortable. And if that's how you're comfortable to do it, great. But I can't, personally, I can't use the phone anymore. And when I first started, it's all I used was phone, but I cannot trade off a phone now. I've got everything. The one, you guys that have seen my setup, I've got 6 charts here. 6 screens. I've got Bookmap. I've got Trading View. I got news. I got the Discord open. I've got all kind of stuff open that I look at while we're trading constantly. Okay, Roy. He said that's what I thought. I didn't think they had done one, but I hadn't watched Top Step TV in a while. So, but Roy Easy says it's just a web version of that lets you download it as a bookmark. So, gotcha. CBD's holding. puts are back on the rise. Calls are dropping again pretty hard. Call volume has gone red on tide, market tide. CVD is back to negative 4,000. So as of right now, it would be hard to go long anything because your buyer, your bears are in charge. So, and it's them. Typically, when you see moves like this, they're letting it see if when you see a pop up, they're letting it go there to see if there's any momentum or any strength comes in. If it doesn't, that's where they'll step back in and start shorting the crap out of it. So this is all a big game between longs and shorts. This is what you get. Right now, shorts are still in control. Now, this can flip flop either way pretty easily. Like I said, when they're sending these orders up, so they're looking to see, hey, is there anybody up here willing to buy at these levels? When we're pushing back down, they're not finding the buyers they want these levels. So that's why we're still coming back down. And eventually what you'll see is you'll see it do this a few times and you'll see a big drop down. If the buyers continue not to step in up here. So, and then you'd get a drop hopefully down here to this level. Then we'll get a move back up. This account here, we are actually going, if we finish at plus 200 today, this account will have 30 green days of 200 plus, which if anybody that trades Top Step knows, that means you can take 100% of your profits out at any time you want to now, if we do that. So I have not taken a payout in a while. We're 4,300 up. Like I said, I want to get to about 48. I want to get this one, I want to grow this one up to about 5,000 and then take a couple thousand out and do it back to 3,000. I think definitely you need to pay yourself as you go. I'm all about growing accounts, but I'm also about paying yourself and let Top Step or whatever firm you're actually trading with, you let them pay for your combines, or you let them pay for your activation fees. And that's been my goal. I've been doing that for a year plus now overall with different, not just Top Step, but different companies, and it seemed to work really well. Bookmap looks like we've got so much stuff going right here together. We're going to try to open this up a little bit. I can't share the bookmap because when I do, bookmap takes a lot of data, so I'm actually running it off my MacBook. But it takes up so much data. It kills the stream, it kills everything. So we've tried it before. 57.78 is a huge level. We got 300 something orders sitting there. 76 is a big level. 82.50 is a pretty big level, which you see kind of where we're bouncing around. So still taking a little heat on this trade. I should have waited, honestly, till we got back up here closer to VWAP. We jumped in a little early, but I still like the trade overall. So I'm not going to complain. We're leaving everything exactly where it is. I'm not going to change it yet. CBD is still holding negative 42. You got puts dropping slightly and calls with a little uptick here. So we've done this multiple times, and then puts have taken right back control. So we'll see if it keeps playing out the same or if we actually get a turn, change in direction here. So far, it's just a ton of chop this morning. Ton of chop. So not loving it. But on the bright side, we did pass our 100K combine for anybody that's just joining. So still love that. That's great. That's awesome. Now we've got 4 total accounts. We got 3 150s and we'll have 1 100. Like I said, I'm going to buy another 100. Before we get off the stream today, I will actually walk it through you guys to show you how to buy it. So if you hadn't traded Top Step, kind of what to walk through and how to do it. It's a pretty simple process, straightforward, but we'll walk through that and go from there. And if we hit 5,000 this, I'll walk you through taking a payout too. So we'll take a couple grand out and go back to 3,000. Crazy thing is, so last week we grew this account all the way back up, but to start last week, this account was at $970 or so, $990. And then in a little over a week's time, we've grown it to 40, right at 43 right now. If we hit this, it'll grow to 48 roughly. So that would be almost a $4,000 return in a little over a week if we can't hit this take profit down here. So we shall see. We shall see. Roy is taking forever in his little deal he had to go deal with. Puts are popping back up again. Calls are dropping again. CVD is negative 4,600. We need the big move down. That's what we need. Okay. Let's see. Still not getting the move down I want. We're still 4,500, negative 4,500 CVD. You still got calls dropping. You're seeing some orders pop in below that 5780 level now, which is good for me if they move those down. See, they moved them down to 5779 over here. So these need to start moving down. We're creeping down. We got to get this break of the 21 and close. So you can notice on my chart here, you got the 21. We've broken it twice, but we haven't been able to close under it. So we need this break and close to get a move down, hopefully down to that lower day and take that out. And then take that out. We'll look on the other ones. We might trade the other ones. We might not. I'm not sure yet. Just depends on if a trade is available. Let's see what we got over here. Okay, can't do that now. So anybody got any questions or anything while we're doing this? We're down. We don't have as many people watching now as we have, but anything you want to know, any questions while we're just sitting here chilling out? Here we come. We're trying to break the 21 again, negative 5,000. So CVD is popping to the negative side. Puts are skyrocketing on here and calls are dropping like crazy. So we might get this move down. I just don't know. No, it's going to pop back up on that. So that makes a lot of sense. The 21 is still holding. Very annoying when that 21 holds like that. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4 tests of it so far, and it's still holding pretty strong. So that tells you if you do get the break, we should get a very nice move. Now, there's the break, and here's the nice move down. So I was just saying that. If you do get the break, you should get a nice move down. And there's the break and a nice move down. I wish we were in more than one here, but if we were in more than one, we'd be getting ready to scale out half here. And then let's run. I love to take two or more than one anyway, so I can scale out and let runners run. CVD is negative 55, so we're not getting a big pop in CVD. I thought we would get on this move though, so that's kind of concerning a little bit. Another huge spike in puts are just off the chart on whatever. Puts are off the chart on market tide, and calls are dropping. So they are definitely polar opposites right now, moving away from each other. You got a ton. I mean, book map is not just red at certain levels. It is like crimson, dark red that you normally don't see on here. So it's telling you got some volume. You got some pressure there on it. So still waiting. We got this move, and we should get a retest, which that could have been a retest there before we get a more move down. Let me swap back over to my chart so you can see we came down. If we get a retest here of the 21 and we reject, that's the move you're looking for. What you don't want to do is just go immediately back above the 21. So a retest and a break would be, then a rejection off that would be perfect. But we're back above it again, so. Very slight uptick in calls here. Puts have kind of, I wouldn't call it downtick, kind of leveled out. Roy had just so y'all know, a 15 to 20 minute meeting that has moved into 50 minutes so far, so there's that. But you know what? We're good. We're still struggling. We're going through here. We're going to hopefully make some good money. If you're not a member of our Discord and you would like to be, reach out to me, send me a message, and I will send you a link for it. Our Discord is very good, but we do keep it private. We don't want a ton of people in there. We don't want it where it's so much where the people in there can't chat and talk. So, but we have no problem adding new people. If you do want to join, just like I said, reach out to me and send me a one-off message, or message in the overall room here. We'll get you added. We do have it set to invitation only, so like I said, it's not that we're doing anything. We just don't want to get too big out of hand where we can't talk like we do in there. We have some very good conversations in there, but when you start getting these bigger rooms, you start losing some of that intimacy, and I like the intimacy in our room we have with it. So CBD is going for negative 6,000. Looks like puts are trending back up on tide, and calls are trending down again. So I think this move plays out eventually, unless we get some kind of drastic change in the market here. Of course, news could do that. Anything could. You got a lot of different stuff that could cause that issue. So let's see. We still got. You got the Dallas Manufacturing Business Index coming out at 9:30. It's not a lot, to be honest with you. Then you got the 3-month and the 6-month bill auctions, which is not really a ton. So you're not really getting any news that should help unless you get Powell says something crazy, or you get a speaker that's not on here that starts talking and saying stuff they probably shouldn't say, or you get some kind of news breaking, worldwide news breaking. So overall, still like the move, the play here. But like I said, we'll see. CBD is negative 5,900. Guys, look at my chart for 2 seconds. I have to run to the restroom real fast, and I don't have Roy here to talk while I run to the restroom. But I will actually be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. Usually we have somebody here that can talk while I run away real fast, but we don't have Roy here now. So who thought that you were getting an hour of me rambling this morning? You can see this level is still holding up. So it's kind of the only concern you have with going short here is with this hold it up, and it's back above that stupid 21 again, which I don't like. We just can't. We got to get this break and this hold for a move down. You can see your EMAs are turning down, your VWAP's turning down. Overall, we're still in the downtrend. About made a higher high there though, so we'll see. It's pretty close. I mean, higher low. I mean, yeah, a higher high here. Sorry, right. So this is where we're at. We're still sitting here in this trade. Calls are ticking up a good bit though. Puts are coming down some on market tide. I'll share that with you so you can see the call spiking up. You can see overall volume is still red. So that's where we're at. Still looking, waiting. CBD is still holding right at negative 59, negative 6,000. So CBD is definitely telling us still to be on the short side. Book map showing some orders dropping down that 57, 76, 77 area. You can see down here. You got those there and then those there at the 77. So it's kind of what we're watching. We're not getting a clean break. CBD's not rising. Calls are flattening out now. Puts are starting to uptick again a little bit. So see if we can get that move down to low a day, overnight low. That would be perfect, and that would be a great set and be actually a great look to be careful with it. Now you need to see some kind of move off of it, but it wouldn't be a bad idea to look for a long off that level if we do go in there and test it. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't like it all the way in there. So we're gonna try to get $400 on it if we can get that move there. So we're getting to the point where I'm possibly could move my stop loss down some. It's about a 2-to-1 risk reward or reward to risk. Everybody be prepared. We could hear my dog Dixie barking. We got some grass mowing outside. Our neighbors are mowing their grass. CBD's negative 6,000, so she usually uses her inside voice, but sometimes she wants the outside to hear her voice. So, and they could be loud. They're right on top of us here too when they come by. So just bear with us. We're not soundproof in here. We're struggling. We're flirting with it. We're flirting with the breakdown to get us our money here. We're so close to having the 200. We might, if we get 200, we might take 200 to be honest with you, so we can get that 30th day of 200. That way, that frees you up with so much. If we get that 30th day, we're up $4,500. If I want to take $4,500 out, I take it out. Now it does close your account when you do that, and I really want this account. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I really want this account to go live. I want y'all to see the live process. So if you do end up going live, you cannot trade your XFAs and your combines with your live account because, here when we log in, you're actually logged into a simulated account. When you do trade live, you are in a live market account. There's no simulation there. It's totally different. So your ultimate goal is to get. They're moving this thing down. This might hit. Your ultimate goal is to go live, and then you want them to start bringing your XFAs over to your live account. So let's say that you have 5 accounts, right? And you go live in one, and they put, let's just call 5,000, move over. Well, then you get 10,000 of an XFA. They're like, hey, we're going to move that XFA to live too. Well, when they do that, they move that whatever your total profit is, that's added to your live account. So if you're 5,000 here and they move 10,000 over, now you've got 15,000 in your live account. So CBD is negative 67, almost. It just popped to negative 7 and popped right back down to negative 65. So seeing a slight uptick in calls here and a slight downtick in put. So that could have been the bottom there, guys. We probably should have took it there. That definitely could have been the bottom. But we'll see if it pushes it back down here. CBD is coming back up negative 64. So we are still going here. We're still in this trade. This is probably going to be my last trade on the stream today. Just don't feel like forcing anything. I am going to show you guys. So yes, I would love for this trade to go and hit my take profit, and then we would I would show you how we do the how you go in and buy a new account, because I want to add a 100K account to this. Negative 6,000 CBD, so it's kind of popping a little bit here. We're back above the EMA clusters. We could go test VWAP. I'm still not sold on this move up. I'm just not. I don't know. Something just doesn't feel right with this move up, even though we are getting a pop in calls and your puts have leveled out. But I still don't believe in this move up. And I just don't think this is. I don't know. Remember when I told you earlier that they'll pop this thing up looking for buyers? I think that's what they're doing here. I think it's what you're seeing. You're seeing them look for buyers. And if they don't have any, we should get a pretty decent move back down to hopefully hit our take profit down here. We shall see. Hey, thanks for everybody for joining in today. Once again, this is it's an honor for us to be able to do this, and we really appreciate you guys sticking here with us and being supportive of us and helping us grow this community. And hopefully you learn something while you're watching us. This is not just for entertainment. This is hopefully some learning can be done from here. So I really hate being so patient sometimes. It worries me a little bit here that we're getting above these previous two candles. I definitely want to see where we close at. So
I'm back. Can you hear me? I don't think you can hear me.
We got Roy back. What happened? Where you been forever? Like you said, 20 minutes, been an hour.
I know, man. I apologize. I left my road dog stranded. He had a zero blitz and I had no protection. Yeah. Well, that's good.
I had to take a potty break with nobody here to talk.
That's all right. That's what's the old squawk box, right? It's just dead air until something happens.
That's right.
And then so let me
maybe I should like that move.
So
we're testing like VWAP. We're back above VWAP. It's going to this trade is going to turn. Looks like it's going to turn red unless they find if they don't find buyers up here. That's what I've been telling them. We've been talking about. So if you see this move here, you had this wick on the bottom, but a lot of times you'll see pops like this because they're looking for buyers up here, right? And if they can't get a buyer up here, what you'll do is you'll pop up and then you'll sell off really, really hard. So, and I can't really tell much from Tide anymore because when you came back, it looks like Tide. I don't know what happened to you.
Oh, I forgot to let me share it. Sorry, I came in with a round ball. There you go.
There you go. Yeah, I've loved that. We've actually swapped over to Tide a good bit and talked about Tide and see it now. Calls popping still, puts coming back, but
I tell you, it is such a good. Yeah, go ahead.
No, we were just watching it, so you'd see like a little uptick in put in calls, right? So a little uptick, and then you'd be like, "Oh, look, here it comes right back." And you see a little. So you'd see an uptick in calls, but then you would see puts just kind of flatten out and that come back. And then you see the puts pop and the calls drop, like, well, there we are. And then we get the big move down. And it was fun to watch while we were doing it. CBD has come all the way back to negative 4,000, though. So that's plus 2,000 points in CBD on this move up, which is pretty daggum strong. So, but we are wicking back below VWAP. Royce, you come back, we get an error on the screen. What are you doing, sir? You're taking up so much data.
It's the beard.
It's the beard.
Can't handle that much beard.
Yeah, we got double beards now.
Maybe it's the Homeland Security tracking me.
I did tell everybody this is going to be the last trade. I was hoping this trade was actually going to hit this take profit before we get to the end, but I am going to buy a 100K account, and I would actually like to do that on here today so everybody can see how you buy a combine. So,
yeah. So if I'm just jumping in, looking at this raw, well, it looks like we're testing VWAP. We're below point of control, or right at point of control. Right at point of control. Yeah, so if you can get rejected here, you'll have that move down, but it looks like it's battling pretty good. Battling. Let's see.
Yeah, CBD's kind of popping, and we're back to the crimson colors on Bookmap again, which is very strange. You don't see a lot of crimson colors on Bookmap, and we've seen it multiple times today. In a flash, and
So,
kind of go back. So,
hmm.
and
Is
when
there
it's doing
any?
upside and downside. It's doing both sides.
So we do have data coming out in what, 10 minutes? Or no, it already came out. PMI
I
already.
mean, if you got with the Dallas Fed, it's nothing. It's a nothing burger. Should be out.
Yeah, it's out. It's out. Oh, yeah.
Dallas Fed Manufacturing Index actual -9, forecast was -10.8, previous was -9.7. So I guess we did get a slight move off that news. But here's the pop. It's going to take us out here. It's right at our stop loss. It never gets this close and not take it out. So I expect this to be gone here in just a second. Yep, and there it is. Took it out. So CBD is -3,000. So we lost $265 in that trade, though. So it's not a horrible. That's why we have what we have. Interesting spot here. If we get to this trend, do we reject the trend? This is a pretty big move up, pretty strong move up. CBD's come to -2,000. Very, very interesting. I said that would be our last trade, but I could have lied to you too.
Well, you could see a candle close above VWAP and then a retest of VWAP and point of control at the same spot here at 57.86. So, objectively, if it pulls back and holds that level, it should be a long, right?
It should be.
You got MACD crossing up. Oh man, I just looked at my other chart. You got the 5-day moving average right above us at 57.91. So you had the 5-day. Oh yeah, this was it was destined to get there. So make sure we add that to the stream title: 5-day moving average traders.
That will never be added as long as I am in charge of.
A little inside joke that we always do. That's not really inside anymore. He is not a fan of the 5-day moving average.
No, he's not. Well, here's the deal, guys. So never mind. So that 100K combine we just passed, it actually renews in 2 days. So we're going to actually we couldn't time that any better.
That was great. Yeah. Here's your pop to the 5-day. Does it break it? This is where all that consolidation's kind of been.
Yeah, CBD's popping too. It's -1,300 now.
Tide not really showing it though. Tide still.
Tide is not showing it, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I've said this earlier. It moved up. I don't like the move up here.
It could be just algorithmic. Just a quick clean up some technicals. But
I think
getting a huge strong.
I really want to enter a short here. We're going to take one, give it a feel. And then if we pop back up here, we'll actually add another one. I would like to have multiple shorts. Now, this could be the wrong play. I don't know, but I like it to come back down. So if we can get, a 7-point move, that'll put us back in the green. Of course, I want to get this move to here, which would get us about a 10-point move, which would actually hit above our $200 daily goal. And look, guys, when you do move, when you're in an XFA, there is no need to rush it. I mean, you can see this account here, there's a bad day on here, so you'll see the bad day. That's a horrible day. See that horrible day? But look at the consistent. It's mostly $200 days. It was 400 to 300 to 600. Overall, yeah, we had this one bad. It screwed the whole week up. Over traded. Look at the trades there. 12 trades. Most of the time, look, 2 trades, 1 trade, 5 trades, 7 trades. We're in our second trade here now. If you keep it down, you notice all my pretty much single digit trades. These 2 days, especially this day, I made 1640. I worked my ass off to get that, and I do not suggest anybody do that because that one right there was a son of a gun to get there. So,
And mentally, it
but
drains you. It just drains you.
yeah,
You just
well, that's why
and
as soon as I got to $16, I got green. I shut it down. Like I don't care what
yeah.
happens. I'm done with it. Like I'm done for the day and had to log off. So we had a decent move there. We had got a good bit of that back, but we did not sell. It hit right at the 8, which was the 8 was been the power player all morning holding it up.
Yeah,
CVD's back to negative 2,000.
I would say you got the 8, the VWAP, and point of control all at that level that it bounced at.
Yeah, and
So
your tide is not suggesting that though. From what I'm
no,
seeing.
no, tight. I mean, you look at calls are dipping. So let's go over to
Well,
holdings. Yeah, look at holdings. So your SPY holdings are showing it. So
flop over. Now y'all can see what we're looking at. Oh wow, that's a
different chart,
wow.
isn't it? So you've had, the cross happen, and you
So
get
why
your
are we?
premium.
What
Go
is
ahead.
holding this thing up right now?
Yeah, that's what I was about to look around. It could just be rotation into. Let me look at the sectors. Um, Looks like energy is green and healthcare is green. Tech is flat. It's just flat. Like I think just Mag 7 is weakened. It was a little weak.
But then
Apple. It's Apple. It's Apple. There's your answer. Oh my goodness.
my charts over
Yeah.
here, they're all screwed up right now. To be honest with you, so
Yeah, so it's Apple that held it up. That is holding it up.
well, I mean, we're looking at also you're looking at quarter close, so you should see some. Even though I think most of the rotation has already taken place, you still could see
Yeah.
some rotation happening.
Yeah, and I think that's why you're not getting any sort of trend, if you will. I mean, you
Yeah,
can't really look at this day and say this trend. I mean, this is kind of the definition of chop. We're hanging around VWAP, we're hanging around 5 day, we're hanging around the EMAs. So
yeah,
you could just get an options killer. Because one thing you'll see on Tide is on SPY Holdings, the zero line is at the top of the chart. So that means like, yes, both are, yes, puts are above calls, but you're not getting the large premiums. You're not getting a large amount of premiums. So puts are are just barely above the zero line on the general. So this looks like not a lot of options activity, really. Um, Here's an interesting thing, Monty. You can see from a 3 day perspective um,
wow,
what Tide shows. And so you can see, calls are actually at one of the lowest points it's been in 3 days. But your volume, you can see your volume's not big right here.
yep.
So let's go 7 days.
Go,
Go ahead.
I'm sharing that now with everybody so they can see it too. So
Yeah, so we'll go to 3 day. So you can see your volume down here at the bottom is, not nearly as large as it's been in other days. So in your call premium's at the lowest it's been. And your puts, even though they're up, you can see they're trending near the zero line. So they're not exactly breaking out like you had a couple days ago. So it's just a choppy kind of day.
good
Uh,
stuff, sir. Good stuff.
we'll go to the 14-day chart on Tide. This obviously will have events and stuff will spike things. So yeah, it looks like calls are kind of trending to the lowest point it's been in a couple weeks, and but puts aren't trending higher than where they've been. They were just slightly above the zero line. So what's interesting is you'll see every time you get these spike down on the calls, very shortly you kind of have that recovery on the next day or next few days. So
We'll swap back over. We are 60, $50 up on this trade so far. While we're doing this, we're going to, let's see. We're going to do a, I want to share it, but there's my screen. So we're going to start a combine. We're going to do another 100K, and you can see your profit target is 6,000. Max contracts is 10. Your max loss is 3,000. This is what I trade a lot. But like I said, I've already got 3 of these. I want to have 2 of these. I want to have like a little mix so I can. This helps me just to spread them out so I can copy trade. And I want 200Ks to copy trade and 3 150s to copy trade. And I might just do 2 and then trade 1 by itself too. So it's a little bit of a hassle. So we're going to click on the 100K combine. And then of course we're going with Top Step X. So we're going to hit next. And we've already got all our stuff in here. So I don't know what card that is, but we're going to use whatever's there. Yeah, that's not the card we wanted. So nobody look at my stuff. A lot of times if you use a credit card, it will reject, the credit card company will reject Top Step, and it'll do it for a day or two, then it'll come back. It's very strange because all my credit cards have 0 balance, by the way. Like I have nothing on any credit card because everything's set to automatically pay off every month. So I agree to this.
Your financial freedom was due to your trading /
Financial freedom is due to my trading. I have been full-time since September 9th of 2023. I have been trading, no thanks. I've been trading with Top Step since December of 23. I've been trading futures for, what is it now? I mean, on the prop firm futures, couple years.
Yeah, I think you hit 2-year mark now.
And then of course before that I traded futures with my money on using Thinkorswim back when they were a good company.
TD, then, rest in peace.
Yes.
And I loved TD. I loved TD.
Yeah, I did too. Trading View. Still have Trading View. Here we are. We're down. We're taking some red on this one. I'm still thinking about adding, if we come back and test this, adding one more. I want to add one more to this. CBD is still holding -16. The only thing that gets me, we could see a pop to 95. 95 would actually break this trend, which would be right here, to be the very top of it at least. You are seeing some orders pop up that way. I guess I could share. I don't know if this would thing I could. I'd have to do it differently.
Calls are trending down still, so you're just not getting follow through on the mechanical side for this move up. So if it does pop,
when you look here, the new 100K account is there ready to go already.
Yeah, I love that about them. They can be good and bad.
So, I'm actually I'm gonna add one here too on these. On this other one, we're not copy trading these, but we're going to trade them very similarly.
My fear here is, my only fear with a short here is that if calls start to respond, then you'll get a pretty strong move up. But if calls, as long as they're trending down here, there's no reason for this thing to run away from you. But at least from like I said, a mechanical standpoint. Nvidia's back under 120, so it had a decent recovery at the open, I see. And now I'm kind of fading.
So we're going to take it this high here. If it breaks here, we're gone anyway. So you're looking at a true one risk, two reward, 2-to-1 ratio here.
I did like the short. I entered it in a 100K combine. Just one ES for right now.
Oh, you're going to tell me how bad the short was a second ago.
And then I started looking at that tide, and I said, I like it.
I just think, I don't know. I think when we get close to an extreme area, so we got close to this overnight low, right? We got down about 5 points from hitting it. And a lot of times when you get that, eventually you get this move down. Now, like I said, you had a very strong wick here and then very strong candles after. But then you start to see some exhaustion up here. You're seeing these upper wicks where it's playing out. So just like you saw here, you see how this is the same move. You got the same move up. You saw this exhaustion. Then we get a 89. We got a 9-point move down off of it. So it's kind of what I'm looking at. We did test that zone there. All right.
You're at the flat mark for the day on ES, so it's battling red and green right now.
CBD is negative. It's coming back. It's negative 1100 now. So I'm looking at you're seeing a slight uptick in calls here.
Yeah, ever so
Your volume
slightly.
is so horrible there.
Yeah, I mean it's just showing that they're fading the rips. I mean, that's what that's telling me. But NQ is about to retest VWAP here shortly. So that's, I think, what you're seeing, a little bit of a push. Yeah, it's just a choppy mess, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And it's there were more reasons for me to add the shorts up here than not. So we lose this trade, and we call it a day and come back. We won't let it go. We won't let it go stupid against us. So you got to remember that.
Risk management.
That
Think
is
back of all the bad trades you did last week and how much you wish you would still have your accounts if you blew them, or wish would have stopped before it got too out of hand. Always remind yourself of those moments, as hard as they are.
I've had days where I've gone on tilt where we're up $4,000 showing this account, and I've had days where I would lose this account.
Yeah.
Guess what we can do? What's going to happen when we get done today? We're going to be about tops maybe 3,600 bucks, and we're going to be done.
Yeah. And
you just got uncertainty this
not
afternoon.
Look back. Yeah, and look, if you mess up in the morning, the worst thing you can try and do is try and make up for it in the afternoon. Sometimes you got to just know when it's your day and it's not your day. And I think the biggest thing I've taken from this stream is actually when I've traded off stream, I've been worse than I've been trading, obviously, on stream.
Yeah, we got to work.
Yeah. I mean, I'm doing. There's a lot of personal reasons why I'm doing that, not so much chart reasons. And so sometimes trading can be a distraction as well from a lot of other things, and that's what I'm using it for. And it's not proving to yield the best results. So you just, again, the market's not rigged. You're not getting taken advantage of. Nobody's telling you the wrong moves. You got to look in the mirror and say, what am I doing wrong, and how can I fix it? And that's something I've always admired about Monty, pushing me to think that way, and we've pushed each other to think that way. As hard as it is when the market goes against you and your trades aren't working out, it's no one's fault but yourself.
Yeah, I can guarantee you. I can say this with the biggest 1,000,000% guarantee, whatever the highest guarantee you can get. There is no funds that are sitting here watching our sim accounts and targeting our stop losses and take profits.
No, no.
They do not give, I can't say the words I want to say, do not give a crap about what we're doing in these sim accounts. If you are trading on a prop firm, we are in a sim account unless you are moved to
Yeah.
live. If you're not, no matter XFA, yes, you can make money off an XFA. Absolutely, you can make money off an XFA. But in the end of the day, this is still a simulated account.
Yep.
So nobody gives a crap. And also, Roy,
Yeah.
something to think about. Put yourself in a timeout. Hit this practice count when you're done trading,
Yeah.
when you're trading for
Yeah.
a while. You have
Yeah.
practice
No, I
count?
need to. Yeah, I need to utilize that practice account. I haven't. I need to get better about that. Because we're back testing, we're doing all that stuff. But really, the honesty is you're addicted to the action and you want to play the candle. And the practice account can fill that need for you without the risk of losing more or losing a good day.
So you know what I found works if I do swap to a practice account? Something that is phenomenal. Don't trade one or two. Trade 5 or 10.
Okay. Okay.
That way you have some
Yeah, that's
skin.
that's a good
You're
idea.
looking, you're seeing it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, no, I'll do that because I'm trying to get better about trading common. Like for example, I'm in 2 ES now on the short on a 100K combine, which is what I would try and do on an XFA. I wouldn't, XFA I try to do probably 1 ES max, but back in the day I would full throttle 5 to 10 here and try and get the biggest move on a combine, which is not healthy. Um, so yeah, but on a practice account you can't do that because you're not, you have that freedom to
The
reset it
best thing
every day
you
without
can
any
do,
charge.
the best thing you can do when you're trading your XFAs is never, of course, never go full tilt. Full tilt is never a good idea. Do you win sometimes when you go full tilt? Absolutely. But you lose a lot more than you win. And your risk reward's gone at this point, and just everything's gone at this point, right? So
Yeah.
it's not worth it, in my opinion. Get yourself what you feel comfortable with. Me personally, right now, with the account size I have, I'm comfortable 1 to 3 lots per trade. Uh, you will not see me go more than 3 lots. If you see me go more than 3 lots, I'm on tilt and I'm not having a good day.
Yeah.
So I pretty much put myself at pretty much a 3 max. Here's a good thing about if you go live. If you can go live, so at this point, if you go live with Top Step, you start working with the risk management team. And of course, the risk management, their goal is to, of course, they're assessing your risk and making sure that you're staying in line with what you need to. But then they will also push you to, hey, you know, let's not think about more accounts. Let's think about going more size, right?
Hmm.
But they also, if they come out, it's like, hey, we're going to, like, let's say I can trade 10 lots in the 100K. Let's say I end up taking one of those live. They're like, hey, Monty, we're going to give you the opportunity to go 15 lots in the 100K. I still have the say so to say, no, I want to keep it at 10.
Yeah.
And they were like, okay, well, we'll keep you at 10. They're trying to grow you as a trader. This is one of my best positive attributes I have at Top Step. Everybody in Top Step, from the very top with Michael Patak, where they do the Top Step TV and all that, to the guys that are on there all the time, to the support staff, to the risk management staff, their number one goal is to make you a better trader. Because if you're a better
Yeah.
trader, what do? You make them more money, right?
Yeah. Go to
They want to
live.
move you to live. They want to do this stuff. Yeah, they look, man. You can sit here and you can grow this and keep doing XFAs. That's a great thing about it. They let you keep doing XFAs with it, and you know what they'll do? They'll keep moving those XFAs into your live account, and
Yeah.
you keep growing that live account. Now you're to the point where you're 100K up. You feel comfortable trading 5 or 10
Hmm.
lots at a time.
Yeah.
Right now we say we want to. This is a $4,000 account I have right now,
Hmm.
and when it was a $900 in here, it was a $900 account I was trading at that time. So no matter what it says, yeah, it says 150 here, It's not 150. The people, my
No.
biggest pet peeve I have is when they, and I see it on FinTwit or I see it on different Discords, is I'm $1 million trader now. No, you're not. No,
Yeah.
you're not. Yeah,
Yeah.
you in your mind you can look and say, yes, I have $1 million. You have whatever your drawdown is. That's what side accounts you have.
Exactly. Yeah.
So there's my soapbox moment for the day. We tend to do it a lot. So
No, it's honest though, right? And it comes
yeah,
from experience of dealing with a lot of different other firms or a lot of different other situations that you feel that, well, maybe they aren't really looking out for the best interest of me as a trader. Um, and then you come across a company that is, and you say, "Oh, okay, this makes way more sense."
well, look,
Um,
I'm not gonna lie. When I first came to Top Step, I mean, I said some good things about it, but I was still in the back of my mind. I was like, where something's fixing to happen. They're going to do something. They're going to do something,
yeah, yeah,
and they haven't. I mean, when I've been live before. Last time I went live, you get a personal email. They might give you a phone call, text message, and like you're sitting there trading today, and you have a bad day. You log off. You're doing whatever, and you get a message like, "Hey, everything good? You okay? You need to talk to anybody?" Like, how many firms do that?
hmm right,
Prop firms are not created equal, right?
yeah,
There's a reason Top Step is ranked as one of the top in the business. There's a reason Top Step has been around longer than any other prop firm's been out here. Top Step's the one that started this business, right? And they started out in the day where you actually had to go and audition to be a trader.
mm,
They were a prop firm when you actually went and you auditioned in front of them to be a trader. Think about that for a second. You don't do that anymore. You audition through online or on here now. So
yeah,
the prop firm business when it first started was so much different than what it is today.
yeah,
And now everybody that's watching, we got 79 subscribers. All 79 of you guys can go to Top Step right now, start trading Top Step, and can make money. And within a week, 2 weeks tops, can have money come into your account.
yep.
Everybody.
And kind
And
of kind of going back to that statement I made is that there's nothing stopping anybody from doing that. No market is rigging you. No, it's all about self discipline. It's all about making good choices, about risk management, and it's about developing some sort of repeatable strategy. And that doesn't mean you go full throttle, max positioning. Start with an MES that moves $2, $3. Who cares?
yeah,
This is not a sprint. And that's what I struggle with is I want it as fast as possible, right? I'm like a kid in a candy store just trying to grab as much as I can as fast as I can sometimes. And you have to slow down. You have to say, if I take 2 to 3 good trades a day, if I take one good trade a day, it should be great long term and less stress.
yeah, we've both been there. I'm gonna tell you another reason why I'm doing this stream. Trading is the loneliest profession out there.
Yeah.
You are
Yeah.
stuck you by yourself with your emotions, which is never a good thing to be. I've worked extremely hard on the mental part of trading. I think that is one of my better attributes now, and it's
Mhm.
one of the hardest things to overcome. Now, do I have bad days? Absolutely, still have bad days. I think mental health overall is it's overlooked a lot, and everybody has issues, no matter if you have bad days and you have good days, and sometimes your bad days are really 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 bad days. I was
Yeah.
watching a golfing video the other day. I don't know if anybody watches the YouTube guys. It was Bubby Golf from Good Guys, and was talking about was 18, 19 years old and was contemplating suicide
Mm.
because they just didn't feel like there was an out for them. I mean, that's just and it hit home. My son's 19, and it hits home. It hits close to home because you worry about your kids and you worry about
Yeah.
all that. And you don't want anybody to struggle with that. And you don't want anybody to feel alone enough where they have to think that way. And it's
Right.
hard for me. I've never personally thought about it. But I mean, I've got some friends that actually that's done it. You know,
Yeah.
that's chose that path, and it's not good on anybody. And mental health is so overlooked. And when you're trading by yourself, your mental health can go really, really haywire. Get really
It's
down
a
on yourself.
hard profession. Yeah. Yeah. It's a hard profession
You have
because,
really great days, and then you have really, really bad days, and then you've got to be able to control those really bad days. And then once you get that under control and be like, hey, I'm out of this trade. I was wrong.
hmm
Your mental health changes. Like I've had red days now. I don't sweat a red day. You know why? Because I have got built in multiple red days. Multiple red
yeah.
days. I don't have anything to worry about. So we're gonna keep doing our thing. We're gonna do it every day. We're trying to get a community where we can talk and share. And I mean, heck, I've reached out to Roy and another guy in our group, Snoot, and like, hey guys, I'm struggling today. Like this is,
Yeah.
and it's good to have people to talk to. So if you don't have a trading buddy or you don't have somebody you can talk to, like I said, send me a message. I will send you the link to our Discord group. Like I said, it's invite only. We try to keep it small, but we will definitely invite you in. We're a family there. I know people say that a lot, but there's a lot of back and forth and a lot of, if you're ever having a bad day and you put in there something's happening, you will be surprised at all the people that come out to lift you back up. So
Yeah.
did not expect to go down
Like
this
it.
road.
Well, the important side of it is that you you have to have you have to surround yourself with people that understand what you're going through. And a lot of people don't understand the world of trading. And so you can't really go to some of your friends or people outside the community because they just don't know. They they're not aware of what it takes. You get a little pop here coming. So let's
Yeah.
see if you can get a rejection. You got calls did have a small turn up, and you got NQ did test VWAP, and looks like it may close above it. We shall see, though. Good move. Good move.
Yeah. Well, we are actually past our normal time slot, so
Yeah, I kind of messed today up, so hopefully we can make up for it tomorrow. Have a better normal stream. I had stuff pop up
yeah.
on
You know what? Life happens, and we're here to deal with it. And y'all got to hear me ramble a lot more today than you normally do. So there you go.
me.
Something.
We'll
Look
see
at
if
this
our
big
viewers.
man.
Yeah, let's see if our viewership went up during the time I was away.
No, probably not.
So,
Oh, Roy,
all
you
right,
are
man.
a valuable member here. So, but hey, everybody, thank
Let's
you. We appreciate the 79 subscribers. You don't know how much that means to us. We're trying to grow this, and we want to reach as many people as we can. It's not for our benefit. We think that it's beneficial for a lot of people to watch us. You see real people trading real wins, losses. You're not just seeing my win streak, right? You're seeing, we showed this tilt
yeah,
day right there, right? $2,500 lost tilt day. So you see it all. We're not hiding
yeah,
anything and not sugarcoating. And if worst case, we're going to have a $900 day on this one. And this one, we're going to have a $260 day. Whatever we do with these trades, we're going to call it a day. We are not going to trade that new 100K combine. We're going to let it roll to later in the week. Probably start trading it tomorrow. I just don't feel like starting it up today and doing anything with it. So we're not going to touch it yet. We'll start tomorrow. We got plenty of time to pass it. I think Roy brought this up earlier. We don't have to get there tomorrow. So we got plenty of time to do what we need to do and and make it up. So I think it took
Yeah,
5 days to pass the last one. Let's take 5 days to pass this one. That's fine.
yeah, or 10 or 8 or whatever it is, right? Just know your limits, know what you're trying to do. Just you are your own worst enemy in this game. So on that note,
Yeah,
let's
we're going to leave you a cliffhanger. Where do we finish today? Roy is going to probably remind everybody that this normally doesn't work out, even when it worked out Friday or Thursday. So, but everybody, thank you. Thanks for all the new people. Thanks for the OGs who stuck with us from doing this in the Discord to doing this live on YouTube and helping us along the way. So thanks everybody for what you do. We appreciate it, and we will catch you guys in the morning.
all right. Bye guys.